Well, gents, we're on the way in towards map number 2, and I think it's safe to say for Sprout, a resurgence of the highest regard needed, because it wasn't the greatest in towards map number 1. Not the greatest start either. Twist will find the first. That makes things all the more uncomfortable, so I say. Zypher and Slack to step up. Twist and Hades in for a response. 1 HP for Twist, left alone out of 1 versus 2, and he's tapping away at ranged. This one has a possibility. With Zypher also on 1 HP, there's a world in which this definitely changes hands. But still, numbers favour Sprout. HP favours Sprout. And the bomb dropped in no man's land over towards the A site. Lornex, Zypher, 2 youngsters, 17 years of age, apiece for the both of them. And they made this work. That is the question. That's what we have to wait and see for now. I think a slower approach, a bit of a necessity. They have to be a little bit more of a slower regard right now. There's a world in which these fights can be isolated. Zypher tucks himself in towards Ticky. Doesn't really want to take face. Lornex tucked in towards Underwood. The rotation coming all the way through Palace. And for Twist with 1 point of HP, 35 seconds on the clock. A lot to be done, but not a lot to work with. So many angles to clear. Smoke being picked up could be an addition. Spotting out the first. Trying to take face when he clear underneath. That's what we're going to see coming out from them. Lower buy coming in for the T side. This should be quite comfortably. xantares, well, you know, finding himself up to an O2 start, and I think that's probably what's going to happen. Slack, Lornex, refresh, all combining. Also, for xantares with full buy on the cards against the bonus of Sprout. It's a real opportunity for them to make this one work. Mid-aggression, a priority. Once again, this time they're going to find it with, well, sort of no questions asked. A barrel it, but Zypher will open things up. Shox to fall, that's an important kill. So things start to change hands just a little bit. There's the opener going the way of the bonus. And despite having MP9s in play, a FAMAS in the hands of Slacks, is that lower buy, that minimal investment, just proving to be quite considerable towards round number 3 right now.
It's looking really good, isn't it, for Sprout? I mean, there's no denying, right? The xantares, they found themselves rifles, they've gone for the full buy, haven't lost the pistol, the follow-up as well, all out of their pockets. They needed this round. More than anything else, they needed this, and unfortunately, will not be the case. You can see Stairs jump spotting in apartments, the nade's ready as well, cooks it in, perfect timing. Twist just taking half health immediately. Nothing more you can really do about it. You can see they're trying to use counter utility to offset the SMG, but for the low buy that Sprout have brought forward, this is really, really easy stuff. Snacks has picked up Lornex though in the meantime, so level things out here in the 4v4.
Yeah, Snacks holding towards back of the van. That's the place they're concerned about, and rightfully so. The MP9 just causing an issue. The bomb will be able to go down for xantares. This is important. 1 versus 3 for Zypher. Trying to find a retake's going to be difficult here, but did he hear the information of Hades rotating back in towards jungle? I think he did. Going to save either way. The AK staying in play is a little bit more of a priority.
I think the save call should be there, despite being in that 5-on-4. I thought this was a pretty nice round for them to be picking up and winning. Instead, Sprout kind of just giving them one-on-ones, and the bonus by collapsing in front of them. You can hear the bomb cooking away. No chance of getting back into this one here. Zypher might be able to find all 3 kills here on the exit. You'd expect him to have moved position. He hasn't moved an inch off of this angle. 2nd kill, 3rd kill is his. Brilliant from Zypher. They lose the round, but that is as expensive as it gets for xantares.
I guess the priority is getting that first run on the board, but yeah, as you mentioned, because it's very expensive, the investment coming in off the back of it is going to be slightly dicey. I mean, we'll see a full buy nonetheless, but it's the likes of, you know, double Galil, triple Galil, in fact, for Pleasant. Does he join them? He will, just because he wants to prioritize you.
Things up, as you would expect. It's been pretty on rails so far with that big green. Lornex, the second with the M4. The individual, as we talked about in the pre-game, steps up massively for his side. Refresh getting a bit aggressive, no need to. 5v3, just keep the numbers. He wants to try and make it a little better. Instead, nah, not happening. 4v3, but Lornex, really, really nicely done.
Stairs all holding from short. For xantares down to 2. This should be surefire in terms of 3rd run on the wall for the CT side. A much better hold from them, much better showing. Swinging in, Stale takes some damage. He will fall, in fact. Glitter's still causing issues. A smoke will come into his front door. That gives them some space to work with. Bomb should be able to pretty comfortably go down.
Boost.
Bomb has been planted.
Having a look. Not giving him anything just yet. Pleasant sitting in this smoke. This is a dangerous game. Zyphon spotted his foot just as he crept through there. Unfortunate timing from Pleasant. Sprout will make it a third. But a bomb plant, a bit of extra cash. X-Finest, half a chance this round, not meant to be.
In map number 2, then what we saw from the ending of map number 1, from them on a map in which we expected to go their way, this is looking a lot better on their opponent's map page.
Again, Slacks assuming the angle in top mid, allowing 0 terrorists to cross out towards top middle. No cover shall be taken behind those boxes. Ultimately now, I think we're pretty easy in saying this is going to be a fourth for Sprout. Deagles, maybe a couple of kills for X-Finest is the goal of this round. Ultimately, the CT shouldn't have an issue in dismissing these pistols.
No, I think it should be pretty comfortable, I want to say. I mean, but then again, we've hit that a couple of times, and low buys have caused problems left, right, and centre. So for now, I'm not going to count things out entirely just as of yet. Slow approach. One plant will be a priority. It'd be a nicety too. Easier said than done for the time being.
Having a look at top mid now. Flax is off the angle, so quite ideal that they make pressure in the mid round. 40 seconds left on the clock. Left it quite late, I guess, for X-Finest. They kind of want to back Sprout into a corner here and force an issue. First kill, going and refresh his name. No worries whatsoever here. Zyphon under balcony. If he gets cleared, it could be deadly. Instead, no. AK, finding one. Shox is low. And yeah, this has gone as easy as it could have gone. Nice shots from the AK, or collecting one more. I mean, good damage from Hades. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? I think for both parties, they profit quite nicely. You know, Hades, I mean, if he saves the AK, that would be good.
Full buy going out for the C side, but failing to convert. Back to square one. Back to that same scenario that we've spoken about, where that low buy should guarantee Sprout up to going to 6, potentially pushing towards 7, without there being too much of a response. That's where things get very concerning for us.
The kill. Snacks is the opener for X-Finest. Law and X on short. Like the trade, smoke to his left, but a molly to his right. Pleasant through the smoke, nails him to the ground. M41S of refresh sitting in the flames, and while he's good for the initial frag, the trades yet again in for X-Finest. Very tight-knitted on this B push. I'm very impressed with how well Finest have played this round. Eventually, though, 2 versus 2. It's still very manageable here for the Sprout side, but the organizationless side just one up. Hades swings out, AK, headshot, tucks back in. Slacks has now got 2 different people to clear out.
Yeah, in terms of a retake, there's kind of not too much to work with here, is there? Does make things more uncomfortable. No, Slacks keeping that open play has to be done. And again, easier said than done. Take damage on the way out. Will he be able to save it? 12 points of HP. Just about, in fact, just about making that work for him. And he will keep that open play with 12 points, but the round does go back in favor of X-Finest. And I guess that's what...
Mid-jump, kind of like bailed on it halfway through. Deleted because of it. Wrecked. Not ideal. Not a good way to start at all.
Yeah, did cause a bit of an issue there. The issue being now the numbers favourable over towards X-Finest, as well as the firepower. For now, I think there's definitely a conversation we had about Sprout maybe getting a little bit overconfident, slightly overzealous, and that kind of paying a bit of a price. Slacks will fall though. Numbers brought level. Open and the refresh, and often you see that, but it works. And so I say before Twist and Blessing combine.
This is just such a bog standard round for them. They've done beautifully with it though, haven't they? Look at the amount of players that survived. The money's good for the T side. It's looking healthy, and the issues are now starting to crack a little bit here for the Sprout boys. Still belief. I still have very good belief that, obviously the fellas can do it justice here, Sprout. We know that this is a good map for them.
Some of their young kind of, pug stars that they got in the Sprout side, this is a map in which you can see favouring them. But X-Finest have their ideas. This is
full buy versus full buy. Sprout in a position where, again, they've kind of put all their eggs in one basket. They've gone for some mid pressure. Really nice call there for xFinest. They've gone straight out towards A. Refresh trying to bundle through the smoke. He does actually find a bit of a space to find a kill. Luanex a second. Now look at this. This is more 1-for-1s, but just favoring the Sprout side. Hades missed shot. Twist will push back through the smoke. Drops one in towards jungle. And actually, 3v3. Decent position for both sides.
Yeah, Twist has changed things right now. I mean, pushing into that smoke at the very least attracts attention away from the AWP, but so I say. They're stepping up massively. It's working wonders. And it's left all down to one man. shox in a 1 versus 3. A lot to do. And again, you know, we say about how little he has to work with. Same has to be today.
Actually, a lot of it's at stake. This round, a lot of weight on its shoulders for both sides, in fact. For Slacks, different. Not holding from connector this time. It's from window itself. No smoke from the T side. xFinest don't opt to block the vision just yet. Twist burning in the molly. shox is as well. Zyphon opening kill. Palace player eliminated. xFinest, their default, kind of being unwound in front of them.
It's been a much better showing, hasn't it? Already. From Sprout, a lot more on the secure side, where we didn't really see it towards the latter part of Vertigo. For xFinest, I think what was quite plain comfortable sailing in towards map number 1 hasn't been able to be replicated. So far, they've been put in their place just a little bit. Slacks might re-aggress off the back of the smoke. He's so cautious of someone jumping in towards that window, but of course the light gives him that angle, which is, I guess, unfortunate. So I mean, it's been in the game for a while, that, and not really being, you know, patched out. But either way, that's his way forward. Spotted out, takes some tag damage, and just wants to fall off the back of it.
xFinest down to 4. Good night. What a nade from Zyphon. Orb shot, Slacks finding another. And it is just looking real good right now, isn't it? 5 should be turning 6. xFinest can't even get a fight in their favor in this round. Snacks finally breaks said curse. 10 seconds left though. Way too late in the round so he can go for something. Hades knows this. He's already running on his bike. 6-4. Sprout, they continue to take the lead.
Yeah, long gone. What they've got saved being the AK, the AWP, and then just, you know, double the Eagle, Tech 9, and already one out of the play. Luanex, great opener.
Luanex has got an AWP. That's all I'll say for the start of this one. They've gone for the double AWP setup. They've gone aggressive towards apartments. Luanex just wanders in, finds the kill, able to back away with his life. So it is as simple as it gets here for Sprout. Nothing flashy. Just playing smart CS, getting in the faces of the xFinest boys. They're starting to make a meal of it here, the xFinest lads. Oh, that is just, I don't know. Try and jump into window. Twist hasn't got the movement because he's got the AK out. Luanex finding a second with the AWP. Goes from bad to worse here, doesn't it, for the T side?
It's not looking good. I think it's safe to say that this is a completely different side to what we saw kind of played out earlier. Just got spacing towards short. This could definitely change things quite considerably. The question, does it make that difference? Swinging in, Stair will find Twist. That changes things massively for them.
Numbers. That's all you have to look at it. It is unreal. 5 versus 1. xFinest thwarted on a full buy. Sprout will be up to 7, but off the back of this as well. xFinest, no money, nothing to work with. Success. You know, Luanex was going aggro with the AWP. Slacks, of course, is the main AWP for this Sprout side. xFinest matching it. Snacks picking it up. Rolling back the years, unfortunately. Rolling in his grave because he's been eliminated early doors. Hades has found Slacks though, so the AWP for AWP battle, more integral one, does go the xFinest way, but it's a 4 versus 4. Twist finding Luanex. There we are. Advantage set for the T side.
I changed things just a little bit. For now. Only a bit of regression coming in. I mean, of course, the numbers being in favor of xFinest, not for much longer. Zyphon, other ideas. Again, changing hands because that bomb making his way over towards B. Staring towards black lines. They haven't cleared him. They haven't even thought of or considered this. And the marker player's taking the issue, bit of regression. That's the bomb down. He'll cross back into his front sight. It's falling, but Hades gets a collapse.
Wow. How close is that get? By penultimate round, you want to be able to invest in the loss bonus. Good enough to do exactly this. Let's see if they can do any damage.
Already it's been a worrying showing from xFine is probably the best way to put it. The nicest way to put it. And still, only bit of aggression. Trying to get out of the way out towards B. Twist will find the first. Look at the space they created. Missed option as well. Gets punished.
Wow.
Surely Pistols causing problems. And that's that change in tempo.
I talk about, you know, the damage. A complete oversight from me. What about a round win? What about stealing it away? 3 kills, no response from Sprout. And the difference here, well, I mean, it would have been an 11-4 half if they maybe have taken this down. I thought momentum was certainly in their factor, but the fact that they've won this pistol sort of half by was not to say that this could get to a 6th round for xFinest. 9-6 at the half, Sprout on the T side. You'd be scared, and you'd have every single reason to be. 5 on the board for X versus 3. Jump spots, see shox, nades, both of them. One doing more than the other. shox doesn't take a lick of damage to the HE, but the nade finishes the job to put Sprout down to 3. Hades. One tap. Finding slacks. 3v2, xFinest, man advantage. Surely this is a 6th. Surely that's the final nail in the coffin.
I mean, Twist now. He's tucked in towards that Tetris position. It's more about how do they find that space wrapping through. I mean, they're so isolated, the 2 Sprout players. What's the, story here? Molly will come through. Don't quite find the assist they're hoping for. Trade will come in, leaving all down to 1 to refresh the IG on 1 versus 2. You got a long rotation back over towards the A side.
Refresh, a clutch required. Not quite a 1v5 Galil against Liquid, but this certainly would be an important one. Take xFinest down another notch, but that bomb continues to tick. It's halfway cooked. Kit at least in his pockets to use, but he swings out. Hades is the first man to fight enough.
Well, hopefully, right? Hopefully it's enough to kind of make something work. Just that low buy for xFinest. You can't really expect too much of them. Mac 10, making a meal of it. shox will punish, in fact. USPS into towards back pillar. Finally, Law an extra step up, tapping away to try and make a second towards short. Won't really be given the time of day, though.
I'll tell you what, the damage hasn't been too bad here for xFinest. I'm pleasantly surprised to see. There you go. Hades dishing out some. Still attempting the old Eagle spam. Don't think it's going to be looking too likely to win the round, but I asked for 2 kills. You ask and you shall receive by the looks of things. Sprout will find themselves in 11th ultimately, but it comes at a bit of a cost.
It does. I mean, even walking away with 2 kills here, on a low investment, actually really isn't too bad. There are no snacks. He's tucked away in towards apps. Siphon taking a bit of damage. Doesn't really want to show face. Probably the right decision. On the fall away off the back of it. Down in 4. They'll see it off. If you're xFinest, it's definitely silver linings there, right? You can say,
This is not ideal. I mean, considering the start that they had as well here, xFinest, it should have been a round conversion. Twist and snacks. They've got to do it justice here in the 2v2. Surely they know both players are hit. Here the reload of one. The other one flash banged. Feel like at this point it's a bit of a dead giveaway. Siphon lining up a flash from range as well. So this will be the telltale for xFinest. No kit for the CT side. Just notice that. Flashbang, it's good. Both players blind. Oh my god. Oh, what? Snacks has just banged them both through the smoke. He went to shoot one, but Zypher lines up behind him. And xFinest.
Small to little, no investment from them. The guns like the auto shotgun, like the MP9 and the Hunter shox, they actually could farm up a fairly decent amount of cash. So, not complaining so far. Boosting in. Oh, park up snacks here. That's surely the round being seen out. Those pistols make their way over towards balcony. They are getting mincemeated.
Mate, I can't wait to see it.
That's money as well.
Oh,
so you take
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, let's not jinx him, because now you said it. He's 100% going to get like Glock burst.
Get a whiff.
Yeah, or something like that. You know how it be. He is playing close ups. and the bomb is the first person. They go for a bit of a, I don't know, the Astralis stack, I'm guessing this is. Not sure if we have any cams to show it, but I guess it's just elevated angle and everyone's just holding one angle, right? Like, heads at all different heights. No chance really you can hit a single individual. Stair slips off first. Oh, noise. They look middle with the pistols. I mean, obviously I want to see them get absolutely destroyed by the shotty, but doesn't it make more sense if they go B instead of mid? Like, surely they know they're just going to get absolutely mowed down by an M4 if they're in top mid.
You sort of assume, right? Obviously come through. No one there to meet them. I mean, they've got mid control, but it's a wrap over towards B, but surely the bomb gets shot by Snacks, right? I mean, that's kind of the linchpin of success here. This is getting dicey. And Snack swings that
Yeah.
There it is. Bomb drops. Looking for more. And he'll find it.
Go on. Any more, son? Zyphon's the last man left. Snack surely just gives it the old leap of faith. Molly dropped in. Hey.
But we've seen him work, well, wonders with less. So I'm going to count him out just yet. Open play for Hades. That's huge. That's going to be the difference maker, especially against just the rifles and our Mac 10, which only falls.
Great shot from Zyphon. Cracking out these entries like they're nothing. Zyphon lobbing the flashbang. Yeah, a little bit too eager. Bit of an ego swing. Pleasant, Hades both with kills. 2 versus 2. Not the worst scenario to be in. Stair is back to turn to Con. Yorpa Hades picking up another clear miscommunication here for Sprout. He was on stairs, legs up slacks as well. Bomb plant attempted. Hades is just going to run him down. Does back. Now that sells the play for Snacks. And there you go. It's mince. It's easy for Snacks. This XFine has got another full buy. Both teams financially screwed if they lose this round.
Yeah.
There is every window of opportunity. Smoke has to be burnt out on top of the Molotov, so good use of utility in the early round from Twist. Pleasant lobbing in the HE. Stairs taking a third of the HP early doors. XFine have got to be careful because they are treading on thin ice themselves, and more severe repercussions should they lose this compared to a Sprout do.
Molly will come in towards Khan. I mean, that's just kind of shouldn't have early bit of space. And still, for X-Finest, pretty good hold so far. And the damage they dealt on towards Stair, quite considerable. This slightly mixed spy for the Z side. Could win its place. And so I say, Law and X will step up. The Khalil, lesser weapon, works all the same.
XFine down to 3, a minute left to go. Bomb's made its way over the ninja spot. A complete oversight though from Sprout. Shox does find one, but he's full blind. Got to take a second. And it's on a bit of a delay. Snacks has found another. The orb creeping out towards top ticket. Bomb tapped by Zyphon. Hades doesn't move a muscle. But now it's just him left in the 1 versus 3. And I think if he kills one, I mean, it'll be a nice shot no matter where it is. There's just so many bodies around that there should just be a trade. It should be instant, although landing it through the wall does create a room for discussion, maybe. No kicks, but he sees one in front of him. Flies off a second.
A real good position where for X-Finest, it's just pistols. Just US pistols. No investment at all. No armor, no utility, no good a pistol. Using what they got.
See. Molly burning out Twist. His feet are nice and toasty, but he's got many a holes in his body as Zyphon drops him. The AK against the USP, you know which weapon you'd prefer. It's just looking really good, isn't it here? Zyphon finding another. Snacks at least doing some economical damage. Made it look easy. 15-11, map point Sprout. This is a decide.
For now though, this one should be Ancients on the cards coming up next. Sprout looking a lot better. Question is, can they pull off the reverse sweep? We'll have to wait and see. And of course, we'll have to wait and see if they can finish this one off quite comfortably too.
Indeed, indeed. Final hurdle sometimes is the hardest hurdle to get over. So, yeah, I think, you know, definitely treading on thin ice here, X-Finest, but certainly there's a chance. This round starts with dead silence, though. Oh. Yeah, tried to block the smoke, Hades. I saw the idea. Unlucky. Very, very unlucky, though. 5v4 swung out from underpass. Twist knows that there's players from either way. Good flash refresh, just baited it perfectly. Plesson tries to jump up high. He can't find anything. The beginning of the end. Sprout, their final round on Mirage. They're going to take this to map 3.
Yeah, bomb will go down. It's shox to the 9 and a 1 versus 4, and he's not even on the right side. Rotating over is going to be a tough task. Never mind retaking it. This one, ladies and gentlemen, looking done. It is done.